If you're in the market for a compact station wagon and you live in America, this is the only game in town. Meet the 2015 Golf SportWagen. Now, Volkswagen describes this as smart, stylish, fun, and efficient. We think it just makes a lot of sense. It's as practical as a crossover, but it drives like a sedan. The beauty of the Golf SportWagen is that it has a lower roof line, so it's easy to get things in and out. You have plenty of cargo space. Behind the second row, about 35 cubic feet. Fold down the second row, you have over 66 cubic feet. That's more than most crossovers that it competes with, like the CR-V, for example. Now, if you want to put things on the roof, these beautiful roof racks have a whole set of accessories. But what's nice is because it's a lower roof line, it's easy to get your bicycle or your skis down. You don't need a stepladder to get up there. Love everything about the SportWagen. America, why aren't we embracing the wagon? With 43 miles to the gallon on the highway, one thing you won't have to worry about with the Golf SportWagen TDI is range anxiety. In fact, you have almost 570 miles of driving range with each tank full. Now, VW tells us that the model that this replaced, the Jetta SportWagen, 80% of those sold in America were clean diesels. If you're on a tight budget, you may want to opt for the 1.8 liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine with a starting price of $21,400. That vehicle still gets 36 miles per gallon on the highway, but this is going to be the volume engine. It's a 2-liter turbocharged diesel engine with 150 horsepower and a ton of torque. This is the one most people are going to opt for, which will help you and your 4 passengers and all their cargo get up the biggest of hills. Volkswagen is positioning the Golf SportWagen as a crossover alternative because honestly, in the US, there are no competitors to the SportWagen. It's the only compact station wagon you can buy in America today. That's one thing that Civic, Corolla, Focus, none of those vehicles offer a station wagon, but Volkswagen does. And for many people who realize the benefits of a station wagon, which is that you still get plenty of cargo room, but you get the driving dynamics of a sedan, and that is the real beauty of the SportWagen. You even have paddle shifters on a station wagon. I know my dad's wagon didn't have one of those. Now, unfortunately, a lot of the cool bells and whistles that are coming for not just this Golf SportWagen, but other Golf models are coming for the 2016 model year. A larger nav screen, better safety equipment. So it's a little bit of a head scratcher why in March of 2015 Volkswagen would choose to launch a 2015 model, but all we can tell you, it's a German thing. Still think it's a lovely car, and if you're in the market and can't wait, go for it. But if you can wait, we think the 2016 model, we know the 2016 model is going to be a better vehicle. But overall, as with most Volkswagens, extremely comfortable seats, a very lively steering and handling. We weren't thrilled with the suspension though. We felt like there was a bit too much travel on some of these rough Austin roads, but maybe something you wouldn't notice, but we certainly did, that when you hit some bumps pretty hard, it could be a little harsh. But overall, a great job. It was a nice starting price, but our vehicles did not end up where they started. Starting price is around $23,000, $25,000. Our test vehicles were over $33,000. So that's definitely pushing the crossover segment. So the one benefit the crossover gives you is you get the higher seating position, which you're not going to get in this vehicle, but you do get some better driving dynamics. So those are kind of the trade-offs. If nothing else, buying a Golf SportWagen will certainly set you apart from your neighbors. And what I mean by that is you just don't see wagons on the road anymore, at least not in the US. They're very popular overseas. Obviously, they get it. Americans don't get it, but I get it. I love the way this thing drives, and I think it's got some pretty sporty looks. You can see that our vehicle was equipped with these aluminum roof racks that I think are very sporty, certainly I can certainly visualize some mountain bikes or a surfboard on top of there to really give it that sporty look. Of course, you can do that with a crossover as well, but there's just something about a wagon that one of my biggest complaints about not just this Volkswagen, but all VWs is, where the hell is the USB port? We have this sort of USB thing. If you have an iPhone 4, you could charge it up, but other than that, you're pretty much out of luck. It's just some stubbornness on VW engineers' part, and they need to fix that, because it is a real problem that in 2015, I should have at least 2 USB ports in any car I drive. But what we do like is the new touchscreen, which is very responsive, very quick, and overall, I liked the center console. My drive partner did not. He thought it wasn't up to speed, but I had to remind him, keep in mind the segment. We got Civics and Corollas and Chevy Cruzes and vehicles like that, and I think when you consider that is the segment, it's a pretty nice interior. And when it comes to driving dynamics, I've said it before, I'll say it again, VWs are second to none among the non-luxury brands. The issue, the concern is long-term reliability and dependability. What's this car going to do 4 or 5 years down the road? VW tells us their service records are better, but I know that a lot of consumers still tell me, Ron, they look great, they drive great, but I just don't know down the road if they're going to hold up, because I had one in the past, etc., etc. So for those of you, I don't know what to tell you, maybe lease it, but it's a great car to drive. Time will tell if it's a great car to own.